Hello and welcome to Papa's Fusion Kitchen. I'm Matt, and today I'm going to show you how I make my spicy quinoa salad. Then we're going to pair it with one of my newest creations, which is a seared seasoned cod in a white wine sauce. It's a really good recipe, you guys. No matter if you want to eat healthy or not, there's just mad flavors in this, man. You got to try it, and if you do try it, please let me know. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And as always, the recipe is going to be in the description of this video. So I hope you had a great New Year's. Let's get on with the cooking. So let me show you what we're working with. So here's some of the ingredients we're going to be working with. Actually, some, it's all. I'm going to make a double batch. The recipe I have in the description is for one single batch, which is 1 cup of quinoa. I made 2 cups of quinoa because this is going to be part of my meal prep. But you know, we're going to roast this corn, and I'm going to show you how to do it without putting it on the grill. But if you put it on the grill, it's much better. And then we're going to need a couple, probably 4 cloves of garlic, a red onion, these limes, a jalapeno, and if you don't want it to be extra spicy, you can remove the seeds, or you can just omit the jalapeno. Now, this is your recipe, so you can obviously do whatever you want to. This red bell pepper, some bunch of green onions, and some cilantro. I went ahead and pre-measured out my spices so that way I can save a little time in this video. And then some olive oil, and then you need to pre-cook your quinoa and let it cool down, and I've already done that. So let's go ahead, let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to start with roasting the corn. All right, welcome back. So you need a pan, preferably a cast iron pan. Put a little olive oil in it, heat it up to medium, and once it heats up, go ahead and put in your corn, and you're just going to keep rotating them until they get nice and brown on the outside. And I'll show you, I'll take you through the process, but I'm going to speed through this so that way that I can save time on the video. But let's go ahead and do that. And remember, I'm doubling the recipe, so that's why I got 4 pieces of corn in here. The normal one, you can either put 2 or 1 depending on what size of corn, or if you want to, you don't have to put corn in there. This, like I said, this is your recipe, and you are the king of your, or queen of your castle. You could do whatever you want, but I like corn, so I'm putting corn in here. So we're just gonna keep this going like this for about, I think it takes about 15 minutes to roast. And just gonna keep rotating it so that way it doesn't burn too much, and that you evenly cook all sides. And then towards the end, I'm gonna sprinkle a little salt and pepper on it, season it up, and then we're gonna let them sit and cool down. So I'll bring you back once we get to that point. Forgot to mention, you can cover a little bit of olive oil on top of these. Also, that'll help with the roasting process. And just gonna keep turning them over throughout the process, so that way they don't get too brown on one side. And just gonna do that until it gets soft and it gets nice and brown, and the sugars of this corn crystallize inside. All right, guys, so when your corn gets to this color here, then it's ready to come out, and you sit on the side and let it cool down. Let's go ahead and do that, and then let's move on to the prep work. All right, guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to chop all the veggies up, add them to the dish with the quinoa, and then we'll make the sauce afterwards. But let me run you through this real quick. All right, welcome back. Let's make the sauce. So first, if you're gonna do one batch, which is 1 cup of quinoa, I'm doing 2, remember, a double batch. So I'm gonna use 2/3 of olive oil, and we're gonna pour this into a small bowl. One, and then 2. All right. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add in our spices, which I already pre-measured out. Just dump them all in there. All right. Now, you're gonna want zest from the limes that you're gonna use. Since I'm doing a double batch, I'm gonna use 4. And yeah, I like to I like to zest lemons and limes the hard way, so you'll just have to bear with me. And then once I get done zesting these, the zest is really important too, by the way. So this actually adds a lot of flavor to this quinoa salad. So don't skip this step. If you skip any steps, don't skip this one. Then once I get done with this, then we're gonna juice all 4 limes into the bowl and mix. So we're gonna go ahead and add that to the bowl. Get all that zest out of there. That good zest. All right. Add all that in there. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna zest these limes. I mean, not zest these limes, we're gonna juice these limes, sorry. I know this is a lemon juicer, but this is what I'm gonna use, so. Get all that juice in there. Now you just want to whisk it up real good. Get all that stuff incorporated in there. Get all those spices dissolved. Okay. And then you're just gonna, well, first of all, we're gonna mix this up. That way it's all incorporated. Then we're gonna dump the dressing over and mix again. But I like to get all my vegetables mixed in with the quinoa so everything has equal parts of dressing. All right, that should be good. Now let's go ahead and dump this over the whole salad. And then we're gonna mix it up. Get all that goodness out of there. Okay, now we're just gonna toss and mix it up. Man, this looks real good. Man, this looks real good. All right, guys. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. Let's go ahead and move on to the fish now. Let me show you how we're gonna do that. It's real simple. All right, welcome back. So we're gonna season, this is some cod, but any whitefish will do. You can use Chilean sea bass, perch, whatever you wanna use. We're gonna season both sides with salt, pepper, and smoked paprika. We'll give it a little smoky flavor to it. All right, turn it over and let's do the other side. All right, so I got half a shallot chopped up and then 3 cloves of garlic that are chopped. We're gonna use that for the sauce. And then I got some aromatics, the lemon. Half of it we're gonna use in the pan as aromatics. Some dill, we're gonna add that in as aromatics. And then I'm gonna have some chopped for the end too. So let's go ahead and get on with the cooking. All right, so I got my cast iron pan. I preheated it on medium high. And then you want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. We're just going to sear both sides and then we're going to finish cooking it in the oven. So go ahead and throw in your aromatics. And let's go ahead and cook our fish. And like I said, we're just going to sear both sides. You get a spoon out because we're going to be ladling some of this sauce on there. And then we'll finish cooking in the oven. We'll sear both sides, pull it out, and then we'll make the sauce, put it back in there, and then put it back in the oven. It don't take long, guys. And then just want to ladle some of this sauce on there too. It's a real fast cooking dish. All right. So now we can go ahead and remove the fish out of the pan. Oh shit. Alright. And then remove the aromatics. Alright, now we're just gonna deglaze the pan with some white wine. I'm using some Sauvignon Blanc. Just gonna put a little bit in there. then throw your shallots and your garlic in there. Deglaze the pan. All right, now we can add our fish back in there. And before we put it in the oven, you want to ladle some of that sauce on top of it. And ladle some of that sauce on top before you put it in the oven. And then we're just gonna put it in the oven and let it cook, finish cooking all the way through. This fish should be basically flaky by the time you pull it out. It's only gonna take probably about 5 or 10 minutes. All right, guys, so here's what it looks like. That's what it should look like. And as you can, I'll show you here in a minute. But it should be flaky and not stiff. So let's go ahead and get it out. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and plate this up real quick. Let's get this out. Fish out. Nice and beautiful, man. That's a beautiful color. All right, and then we're just gonna add a little bit of dill on top, and then squeeze with a lemon. And it's ready to serve up. So let me plate this up and let me show you what it looks like all together. All right, guys, so let's get this plated up. So I can give this a try. But I just like to put a little quinoa down and then get some of this beautiful, beautiful fish. Look how this fish is beautiful. And get a little bit of that. Get a little bit of that sauce on there. Look at that. And then another thing I like to do is I like to add some avocado on there. And look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at this nice dish. It didn't even take that long. The prep work takes probably about 15 minutes, and then everything else is about the same amount of time. So in 30 minutes, you can have this nice meal. So let me go ahead and try this. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and try it out. Look at this, man. It's real nice. Look at that dish. Look at that dish. Ah, so good. Yeah, that fish, the fish just flake off. Oh, let's try it out. That's so good. These flavors are meant to be together. And get you some of that avocado. Avocado and this quinoa salad are the bomb. If you guys try this dish, please let me know. Put it in the comments, or you can hit me up on IG at Popeye's Fusion Kitchen, the same as this channel. And if you like this recipe, please give it a thumbs up. and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Well, that wraps it up, guys. So this is a real easy recipe that you can make any day of the week. Man, I'm telling you right now that if you're trying to impress somebody, this will be a good dish and will take you 30 minutes or less to make this dish. Matter of fact, you can make the quinoa salad ahead of time and only have to make the fish the day of, and which is only like maybe 10 to 15 minutes of your time at the most. So with that, you guys, put a thumbs up if you love this video. Subscribe to my channel. It's going to be a great year. Until next time, cheers.